So this year's 59th Super Bowl is on Fox. Tom Brady is part of that coverage. Kendrick Lamar is the halftime act. He will be joined by SZA. If you're a fan of SZA like I am, you will enjoy that. Jon Batiste is part of the halftime. I also think there's going to be a heavy New Orleans bent to the halftime. I think Kendrick is going to bring on a lot of jazz acts, and I think there might be some rappers that's going to pop up from New Orleans. Who? I don't know, but I think the culture of New Orleans is going to be well represented by Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. So be sure to check that out. Now, if you can't get to a TV, if you're working or you can't see a TV where you're at, you can stream the game on Tubi. If you don't have Tubi, it's free. Just sign up for it. It's absolutely free, no subscription or anything. I like Tubi. Tubi, if you're looking for free content to watch, Tubi is a really good place to watch content. I actually interviewed. There's a documentary called Shattered Glass. It's about the WNBA's labor situation, and I interviewed the director and executive producer on my Kevin Lockett TV channel on YouTube. So check out that interview. But even if you're not a fan of the W, it's a really good look at labor negotiations and unions in America. It's actually really good. And if you're a fan of the W, yeah, you won't be disappointed either. So it's called Shattered Glasses on Tubi. They got a lot of good content on Tubi. And also, if you're an upstart director and you're really good at making knockoff Tyler Perry movies, upload that stuff on Tubi, man. I've seen stories about that where there's like these directors, these upstart directors, and they make these Tyler Perry like movies where the guy is bad and the woman is good, and these things work. So contact Tubi. I feel like Suge Knight right now. I remember Suge Knight was talking about Bad Boy at the Source Awards. I feel like, hey, if you're an upstart director and you can make bad movies like Tyler Perry, where the dude is bad and the woman is good, come to Tubi TV. Oh man, they don't do the Source Awards no more. That was hot. Hey Tubi, man, if you need a guy who loves popular culture with a beautiful smile and messed up gray eyebrows, I'm your dude, man. Why we don't do DEI? This ain't DEI. I'm just a fun-loving brother that does pop culture. Give me a call, Tubi. Speaking of which, so if you're watching the game on Tubi and or Fox, who do you think's going to win? I don't know. See, the thing is, those Chiefs, the Chiefs, when they first started winning, were very dominant. When Tyreek Hill was there, man, they were crushing people. But their offense hasn't really been the same since Tyreek left. And he hasn't been the same. Like, he's been fine in Miami, but now he's mad that he's losing in Miami. He's like, hey, man, you chose it. You took the bag. But the Chiefs' offense hasn't been quite the same since Tyreek left. But they keep winning. Like Buffalo. But the Buffalo Bills really I think they thought they were about to beat the Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes the second and Andy Reid they just pull that thing out their bag, man, and just beat them. Man, Josh Allen can't beat Patrick, and Lamar Jackson can't beat Josh, man. It's crazy. But yeah, the Chiefs has always been able to find ways to win. So just by that alone, the Chiefs will probably win. But a part of me, my heart actually wants Philadelphia to win. Like, I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm a long-suffering Browns fan, so I'm not part of this fight at all. But the Eagles lost to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl in 2023. So Jalen Hurts lost to them. I like Jalen Hurts. Like, I always liked Jalen Hurts. I liked Jalen Hurts in college. When he was drafted, the Eagles drafted him in the second round. I never understood. I was like, this dude is a first-round talent. Yeah, he might not be as flashy as Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen but he's crafty, man. He's a winner. Like, Jalen Hurts is a winner. He has a lot of dog in him. And the thing is, he needed a partner to help him out. He didn't have that last year. And this year, they got Saquon Barkley. The same Saquon Barkley that the Giants around this time last year was going to get rid of him. There's that infamous Hard Knocks when he was talking about how how they felt like they could how Saquon Barkley, they could find a different running back someplace else. And it's just ridiculous. Like, Saquon Barkley is a generational talent. And the Giants decided to keep Daniel Jones at this other than Saquon Barkley. Daniel Jones ends up getting waived. He asked to be released during the season because he got benched. And I can't believe when Daniel Jones is such a lucky dude. He is like the new Kirk Cousins. I don't think anybody's gonna be like Kirk Cousins though. He stole a lot of money from the league, just being above average quarterback. But Daniel Jones, he had one really good season and he got the bag. And I was like, you guys are ridiculous. Like Daniel Jones is not that good, and he's not that good, and now that's why he's a backup right now. But they chose Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, and Saquon Barkley went up to the Eagles, and he had one of the greatest seasons ever for a running back. Could have broke the rushing record, but he decided to take a break. He's a good dude, man. So I really want him to get like 200 yards at the Super Bowl and score like 3 touchdowns and become an MVP. Because outside of that, he actually should have been an MVP of this league. Like it shouldn't have been Josh Allen. To me, it was Saquon Barkley. But they won't give it to running backs anymore because the NFL is dumb. The voters are dumb. Doesn't make any sense. But Saquon Barkley should have won that. But yeah, but since he didn't win an MVP, it would be great if he won a Super Bowl, him and Jalen Hurts. But man, those Chiefs are just crafty. The one thing I don't want to see. So Travis Kelce, I like Travis Kelce, but his skills is kind of diminished over these past few years. And this year hasn't really been great. He hasn't really been that great in the playoffs this year. And the one thing that when Travis Kelce makes a lot of plays, they flash to Taylor Swift in the booth. And I'm almost hoping that Travis Kelce has a bad game, so they don't keep flashing to the booth, like it's up to the box of Taylor Swift. Like listen, I get it. She's cheering on her dude. I absolutely get it. But as a sports fan, I'm over it already. Like I get it. They're dating. There's other wives and girlfriends that these guys date. Showdown. But they got the Swifties, right? So if they don't show Taylor, the Swifties like, oh my God, they never show Taylor Watts. It's like, well, her dude's not playing well. So I almost don't want Travis Kelce. I want Travis Kelce to have a bad game. Because if he has a bad game, we're not going to have to see her. But Fox is probably like, hey, man, we keep on getting these tweets that the Swifties are mad. What do we do? Fine, show up for 2 seconds and move on to somebody else. So what do you guys think? Who you think's going to win tonight? Who you got? You got the Chiefs with Andy Reid, the crafty Andy Reid, and Patrick Mahomes? Or you got Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts with the Eagles? And shout out to Andy Reid. I don't think Andy Reid gets enough credit for being like one of the best coaches ever. Andy Reid is still off that Bill Walsh tree. If you don't know who Bill Walsh was, Bill Walsh, he had the 49ers offense, and that's where we get Joe Montana and Steve Young. And he won those Super Bowls with Joe. And Mike Holmgren, who would later become the Green Bay Packers coach with Brett Favre, he was coaching under Bill Walsh. He was on those Montana teams. He gets that job at Green Bay. They get Brett Favre. They win a championship. Shout out to Mike Holmgren, because Mike Holmgren, it was his last shot at getting to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and he didn't get in, which is crazy. He gave Green Bay a championship, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. That's insane. So under that Mike Holmgren, Brett Favre teams, you had Andy Reid. Andy Reid was the quarterback's coach, and he gets that gig over to the Philadelphia Eagles, where you had Donovan McNabb and later Terrell Owens, and they made a Super Bowl. They just didn't win because T.O. was great, but McNabb wasn't that game. And then Reid goes over to Kansas City and gets Patrick Mahomes, and now the rest is history. And it makes you wonder if Andy Reid wins, where does this rank him as one of the greatest coaches ever? Because right now they got Belichick at the top, but you got to put Reid in discussion, at least in the top 5. So what do you guys think? How do you guys think if Andy Reid wins today, what does he rank all the time when it comes to coaches? And if you're watching the games on Tubi and Fox, who you got? You got the Kansas City Chiefs. You got the Philadelphia Eagles.